This is 10.2. We're going to be dealing with the quotient rule in this problem. So y to the fourth over y squared. So that's y over a set of two y's. And then if we just cancel them, I end up with y squared on top and a 1 on bottom, which I don't need to write. So we can actually perform this calculation without drawing them out. It would just be y to the fourth. And then if we move this to the top, we get y to the negative 2. And we add those together, and we get y squared. Now, you could move the top one. So if I move this down here, I get 1 divided by y squared times y to the negative 4. And that leaves me with 1 over y to the negative 2. But the rules of simplifying variables and exponents is never leave a negative exponent. So we would have to move this back up, and we would get y squared. So lots of different ways to do that. If I had x to the fifth over x to the eighth, we're going to move this one down here. 1 over x to the eighth times x to the negative 5. Add those together, and we get 1 over x to the third. So you always want to leave all the exponents as positive exponents. All right. What's the largest factor that 16 and 24 share? It would be an 8. So I'm going to pull an 8 out of here, and I get 2 over 3. A single b on top, the c's cancel, and a single d on bottom. All right, move this one down here, and this one up here. The top is left with z squared, and the bottom is a single y. All right, what do 8 and 72 share? They share an 8. So pull an 8 out of each of those. And I'm going to pull a w to the fourth out of each of those. So w squared on top. And then, so 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. 72 is 2 times 2 times 3. Nope, another 2. 2 times 3 times 3. So if we cancel those, we get a 9 on the bottom. All right. What do 35 and 49 share? A 7. So 5 on top and 7 on bottom. And then these 3 x's will cancel 3 of those x's. And then this 1y will cancel 2 of those y's. All right, this is similar to something we did in 10.1. So each one of these on the inside has an exponent. And when you raise that to the fifth, we're going to multiply each of those exponents by 5. So the top is w to the 20th. And then the bottom, make sure you put the negative in parentheses. Negative 2 to the fifth. And then v 2 times 5 is 10. And the reason we put that into a set of parentheses is if the exponent is even, the negative is going to go away. But in this case, it won't. So we have w to the 20th on top. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, times negative 2 is negative 8, times negative 2 is 16, times negative 2 is negative 32. Okay. Okay, same thing here. Everything on the inside has an exponent, and they all get multiplied by 2. So we get 2 squared a to the 12th b to the 14th over 6 squared a to the 6th. So the numerator becomes 4, and then a to the 12th over a to the 6th is a to the 6th. B to the 14th over 6 squared is 36. And then 4 and 36 share a 4. So 1 on top, a to the 6th, b to the 14th over 9. Now, if this simplifies after we bring the squared in, it should have simplified before we bring the squared in. So let's take a look at that. Well, 2 goes into 6 3 times. And a to the 3rd is going to cancel 3 of those. So now we bring in the squared. And we get a to the 6th, b to the 14th over 3 squared is 9. So it's actually way faster if you do the simplification before you square it. All right? Okay. Get to work.